Ciao ragazzi. I think that's as much as I know in Italian. Well, I know a couple of other words, but how is everyone? I hope all of you are doing okay. We're back with our Bella Italia DLC, and we're checking it out. In the last episode, I suppose we have, for the very first time, started off with Express only, and then we're building our freight network. It didn't quite pan out the way I wanted it to be quite honest. I think you kind of need to do the freight, grow the towns a bit, and then go for the express, because let's be honest, there aren't that many people traveling between those. It is working to a certain point, but then it isn't, so be mindful if you are doing it yourself. Now, I did think it was a good idea because the map really is very flat in most of the places, but there you go. Anyway, what we need to do, I just had a look. So in the last episode, guys, we were one of the tasks was basically to buy one of the regions that are surrounding here. I think, is it Lazio? Where the Rome is, basically, right? So I went for Perugia, if that's the way to pronounce it properly. And as you can see, there is almost 500,000 ready waiting for us. So that's something that we want to go for. And now, so there's a couple of things, okay? So what we need to do is to transport people between Rome and Perugia. And then we need to produce clothing by the end of this year. So this could be quite tricky for two reasons. Because first of all, let me just show you. So this part, it costs 780. So we will have money for it. It's just that I suppose the factory or whatever will cost us that amount of money as well, or thereabouts. So I'm not quite sure if which should come first, to be honest. I think I would like to go for the factory. The only problem with the factory is that we want to make sure like we can supply it, right? So look at this. This is only available here. So, and then we've got no other place. Yeah, like no other town can be expanded. So we're not in a good spot, to be honest, at all. And now the only thing we have available is here in I don't know how to pronounce it, but in this place here, Civitavecchia. I think it's Civitavecchia, I'm not sure. Or maybe Civitavecchia. No, Civitavecchia. Yeah, anyway, don't mind me. It is, we have the sawmill, right? So this is a spot we could potentially release. And then get the other thing, and I think we'll have no really choice, because look, anything else apart from Rome will need probably a while before it gets to 90,000 for us to. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. The only thing is that it's clothing, right? So not cloth, but clothing. So we'll need both. We need cloth and clothing. So I just don't know how to do it. So how is that even... like, how is that even possible, I suppose? So the only thing we could do is buy one of these. So if I buy... maybe not the sausage plant, but the wine. Okay, so the wine factory would be possible. Yeah, we could do that, right? Get rid of the wine, because we've got wine here. And then... get rid of the sawmill. It's a bit of a waste, but I don't think we've any number of passengers. Yeah, I think I want to go for that. Any choice in the matter. So let's go for that. Yeah, let's go for that, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna go demolish this. It's a shame, I suppose, because we do have a train going back and forth. Okay, so I'm looking for it and I can't find it. Okay, here. So yeah, let's just have it away from things. Somewhere here. Okay, I do hope that this gives us... Yes, I don't understand why another bond isn't possible if one just paid off, I think, right? Because the money has just disappeared. So I suppose we just have to wait. And I just bought this. Yeah. Like, I think just by proximity that's kind of available, so it should be producing something anyway. And we need 2. Okay. Oh no, that's not that. That's over here once we have it. Okay, okay, so that's fine. Yeah, so this has to stay. I wonder though if we... I mean, if we had connected it once we had money, but even at that, I have to come here. So look at this. Let me just show you. Now, which is which? I just don't know. This one. So this is the freight part. Yeah, so this goes to 2 million because there is a bit of a thing here. Now, the only thing is that we can wiggle this around. But it's not very much possible without tunneling, because look, if I do it this way, look at this, right? It just goes right into the mountain. So unless here, here would have been much better, I feel. But then we can go through this. Okay, so this region isn't that good of a choice. I think I've no choice now because of this. Okay. Look at the price. Holy smokes. So what can we do possibly? I mean, can I change the station? Okay, I have it like this. Yeah, so that's not possible. And I thought this was expensive. This is the cheapest part. Holy smokies. Okay. Now, can we do anything better though? I mean, I can make it longer for a bit less. Right, okay. What if we were to... But I mean, we have to have a stop, otherwise there'd be nothing delivered between them two, apart from people. So unless I'll just go for that. Because in the end, all we need is really passengers. So 5, yeah, okay. Yeah, I haven't really thought of that. Okay, so because of the tunnel, it'll be 1.7 million. And it'll struggle a bit over here. But we can actually do it that way, right? And then have people come down to Roma. Roma Termini. Okay, that actually wouldn't be too bad. And then once we've got money, we can just connect all of this stuff and have another... Yes, actually that wouldn't be too bad. No, just definitely... I kind of wish there was like a prompt, or maybe, you know, as I said, like the star system that they've got here, or something like that, that there was a bond available. So that's a shame. Shaft can go away. So as I was saying, right, so it's mainly flat. However, you know, you do want to... Okay, we got some stocks. What's that like? Yeah, I mean, it is kind of money, right? So, like, if we ever get stock or something, we can use it. And I suppose it also is... Well, for the moment it's gone down, right? But it'll maybe with time it'll grow. So this is the highest, this is the lowest. So right now, it's actually growing, I think. Yeah, look, it's growing. Okay. So is this the current price or what is it? Because normally, oh no, sorry, this is the highest, this is the lowest, and this is the current. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, it's almost at it's as its all-time high, right? That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's kind of going down now a bit, but yeah. Okay, so that's fine. So we will. Well, I'll try to keep an eye on it, I suppose. I don't know if I can do it or not, but we'll see. Okay, so with this, right, so there should be a bit more passengers and we should be getting, but this doesn't seem to be reflected on the balance, which is a bit disappointing. So this is what I said at the beginning, you really do want to be mindful. Now, the good thing is that I actually find it quite astonishing that people from here, from Terni, are able to switch to this place and vice versa through Rome. So that's so interesting. Like, you would have thought that, you know, only whatever, like, but yeah, so we're kind of, that is helping us out, right, with the passengers and whatnot. Well, and obviously mail, right, because mail switches as well. I think, yeah, I think it does. So there are 3. Okay, there's actually quite a few people going to that place. There isn't much happening over here because we're not providing. I mean, they've got pasta, whatever, but we're not providing either of those things. So I mean, I could, because we've got this here. And maybe that'll be, yeah, even if we sent 1, right? That may be an idea. Because then it'll grow and then it'll accept, you know, whatever is being produced in the wine and whatever. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. That's why I wanted the olives, because olives are needed. So it would have been just the perfect connection, but it's so expensive. But this isn't too bad, because once the town grows, there's just more travelers. So that's actually, I'm glad I looked. And this connection is so easy because we've got everything. It's just a matter of making this T-shaped connection, and it can go directly there. Okay, so there are citrus. Is it citrus? Yeah, citrus fruits. That is now also required in Rome. Yeah. So, yeah, okay. So clothing as well. Okay. So this... Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, it's cloth. cloth. Yeah, it's gonna be 1.7 million. So, I don't know what to do, guys, because we need to... Like, how is this a normal? I think it is a normal difficulty level. I just made it difficult on myself by making incorrect decision. Let's be honest. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. And maybe if we'll add... Yeah, let's just add this guy. Okay, is this changed? Because I thought the revenue increase was 20%, not 25%. Or maybe I didn't pay attention, which is very possible. Like in one of the previous episodes, I thought there was a task to connect Graz with Venice, and I did it to Vienna. Well, you know, for my, like, to my defense, I suppose both start you know, with V, and Vienna, Venice. I don't know. And then at the same time, I think I thought that, yeah, like it would just be the natural connection, you know, within Austria, but obviously missed that completely. But don't hold it against me. I don't know what's you know, what came over me. Yeah, so we're gonna do this as well because we've the mail trains going separately. So it's gonna help out. As long as they're not breaking down, there is a bit of a help with this. Now, the balance is really fluctuating a lot, right? Like you can see, I suppose, yeah, the breakdowns and things will have an effect. And now, looking at the post office, okay, so they do have a bit of impact. Now, 1,000 over 4 weeks, that's not great, but it is what it is. I just really wish that this was broken down here, or if not, at least here. Factory, yeah, look at the factory. It's completely, I think, not making the money, is it? Production. Oh no, it is. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's a strange one. Yeah, but I think, yeah. Okay, so it's just the fact that it's the proximity, but look, it doesn't have enough. But it will grow Rome a bit more, so that's a plus. Now, where's our guy gone? He's just here. Yeah, not a fan of these trains. I mean, they look so silly, like toys. Yeah, it just seems like a lot of those games, right? Like they're kind of... I know the history of the rail is really important or whatever, but I just think that... like it's all focusing on history. There's nothing like, oh, modern, you know, like, I don't know. Yeah. Very little. Like I'd love, as I said, I'd love to have like, you know, Shinkansen and all of those, and even the fast trains in Rome, well, Rome, Italy. So I kind of hope that'll be the case. But there you go, let's not complain. Right, so now we've got money to buy the wine. No, we don't. This just exploded in price. So it was almost half the price before. I don't think we're gonna make it. Especially that the bond isn't... Oh, there it is. Okay, well, because I was freaking out. Okay, so we go for this one. Let's buy the wine factory. Let's demolish the wine factory. Let's now buy the clothing. And I think, yeah, I think it would make sense to have it here in the middle. And now let's go ahead and have a clothing connected. Okay, so that worked out pretty okay, I feel. It's just which one is... this one. Should we expand it? I feel like I want to expand it. So let's just let this guy go. And expand this bit. Okie doke. Now, if I were to actually do it all the way from here. Oh. Yeah, I probably want to avoid bridges and whatnot. if possible. Yeah, not too bad. And then let's go back and connect to here. Okay, so that actually is very cheap, considering. And this guy can eventually go up to Tuscany. Now, should I have... No, let's not waste money on double tracks, because we only will have one train, so what's the point? Let's just do this temporarily. And have this going, and it would only make sense to have the gridiron of 4 on this side, because it only costs peanuts at that point once it's expanded on the other side. Yeah, okay, so that looks fine. Okay, new connections, 15 railway stations. Seems like not much of a progress, but there you go. Okay, and then this is going to be freight, and he'll actually will come down all the way to Rome, and will prioritize this. Perfect. Without directions. Oh yes, yeah, that's this bit. And that's okay, because that's only one train. Pig fattening near Piombino. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't really say near, but yeah, okay. Strange, I'd never heard of. These must be like small towns or something. Like where is Tuscany is Florence and Pisa, and like where are those places? Like I have Piombino here. So I wonder what sort of significance does that have? You know, are they just random places, or? Yeah, the selection seems quite weird. But anyway, let's drive on. Okay, yeah, so there's a bit of cloth already, so nice. So that will sort us out for the clothing, Italian clothing. Yeah, and it's really good as well, because then, you know, this will kick in properly, the way it should have all along. I just do think that, yeah, it's all olives with this stuff. So maybe I will need to add like a direct train going over. Or maybe, do you know what? Because it's quite a long one, let's do 2 more trains. Now, I also think that this train should be replaced. Let me just wait. Let me take a look. So as far as, according to, not this, but this. So this guy. PLM, whatever. Oh yes, and we had these. Okay, okay. So I haven't expanded it. I think I was waiting for money. So, okay, we're gonna go freight. Okay, that's 300,000. So most of our money, but I think it'll be worth to do this. Identical locomotives cannot be replaced. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, because it'll be going faster. And I also will go for 6 instead of, because there's a lot more going on here now. There's a lot of oil, olive oil and whatnot. Yeah. Okay, cool. A warehouse here would be good as well, because then it would deliver the wood and whatever. Or Rome would be good warehouse too. Okay, so money is being made, it seems. These don't really have much to drive with. Rome has all the milk needed. I was saying cheese, definitely. Ooh, grappa. Okay, what's grappa needing? Oh, okay. So grapes and lumber. That's so interesting. Glassworks needs sand. I haven't seen sand anywhere. Oh man, it's up here in Piombino. Okay. And anything else apart from that that's kind of new? No. Sand. Okay, yeah. It's all the same at that point. Okay. So that's the only new thing. And then the buildings, so factories, you've got preserver, I suppose. Oh, right, okay. Pickled vegetables. Tannery out of hogs. Okay, that makes sense. And then tannery is needed, leather is needed for leatherware, which is, you know, whatever. And glassware. Okay, so that does make sense. Now, where is coal, though? Oh, man, look at this. So that'll be such a hassle because it's so far apart. So I think what you would need to do is to have it, yeah, like being brought in. Now this isn't too bad. So let's say this place could produce that. But down there it is much more difficult. This guy is going. Is this his second round? I think so. Looks like it anyway. And Rome is growing. Now, have we made anything? We haven't. We may need to increase this as well. It's just because I think it's... No, it's not consuming it yet, but Rome is. Like... And I think the way this works is that this won't really kick in properly until this is satisfied, I think. I mean, it is producing, so it may be just slower. Yeah. So we just have to wait. Look, it hasn't produced a single one. And over here... Now, it says 100% satisfaction, but I don't see that. No, and Terni is now growing, right? So once it reaches 35, it'll get wine, it'll go past that, and then it'll get milk, and blah-de-blah-de-blah, right? So that's basically... Oh, wait, wool is needed as well, huh? How is wool needed here? I don't get this. Oh, I think this should have a line the same as Rome does. I don't think this is correctly showing. Because there's nothing here needing wool. Yeah. Look, he's coming back. Rome has stopped at 83. Same as this. Like, they don't need iron. Like, there's nothing here needing iron. Or sand. Although, I'm not so sure with the sand. Right, so how is this working for us? It's not. This is also very bad. I think I can just sell it, like it doesn't matter. But I would love this bonus. Yeah, I think Perugia wasn't that good of a choice because look at this. Wouldn't it be easier? Maybe it wouldn't. Yeah, it actually wouldn't. And what about this? Oh no, this one was the easiest. Yeah, this one was the easiest because it's flat. Well then, mistakes have been made. What can we do? Okay, so let's catch up in a moment, guys. Righty-ho, guys, so we're back. I have no words. I really don't know why I did this. I have to be honest with you, okay? So definitely please do research. This region up here looks to be the Tuscany, looks to be the one to go for, nothing else. But then again, it could be tricky, okay? It could be tricky. This one is very difficult. Probably this one will be as well as difficult as the other. Now look at this, okay? So we've got a train somewhere here. I think that's the one here. Yeah, so it goes with 77 passengers. Now there's this guy in front of him, so I do hope he's gonna make it, because I mean, we only need 21 people, but we've only till April 31st, right? And if this guy isn't going to make it, this is it. Like, that's the end of the game. So perhaps what I'd like to do very quickly, very quickly, is to expand this bit so they're not waiting, because this guy just needs to arrive like immediately. Otherwise this is just not gonna work. And if I correctly remember, there are 31 days in April, so it should be, we should have 6 days. So I really do hope that that's gonna work. Now we're also working towards this, but this is not necessarily working either, just quite yet. Let me just show you here quickly. There's no bonds available. Okay, this guy, please tell me he's here. Yes. Okay. I thought it, you know the way sometimes you do something and it cancels them? Holy smokes. Okay. Right, okay, so I'm gonna cancel this guy, like I don't want him this way. So he will be going from Perugia to Terni. And that's it. Now, because I really just waited for things to happen, I suppose, I did manage to do a couple of things. So we're now trying to do things over here. Not quite sure if it's working, but it is what it is. I think what we need is a warehouse in Ancona, and so I can get grapes over back and forth, because we did say before that they kind of need 4 things to grow. So might as well just go for this if we can. Then the only thing is that we've only till July this year, so I don't see this happening. So I think, guys, honestly, I failed it because of the way I'm doing things here. And if that's the case, didn't snap. And if that's the case, that's it. You know, there'd be no more of this scenario anyway, and we can move on to another one. And I think that'll be lesson learned, right? I did it before where I replayed the entire thing, and I don't think I want to do it this time. This is just because yeah, we kind of know what's going on, right? Like we know what's going on, and honestly I don't feel like I should, and I should leave it at some other point. Yeah, some other time, and basically go from there. Right, okay, so why is this express? What's going on here? Freight, yeah, okay. Yes. So let's leave it at that, and I'm just gonna have a warehouse, and in the warehouse Just make sure we've got the grapes. And now it'll probably take 2 turns, 2 rotations, but yeah, it's definitely not going to work. We've few days only, so it is what it is. Now, unless, okay, I won't be building a second track. This here would be possible, because if it was, it's potentially possible that we can get at least Perugia connected. Again, let's just look at no bomb. Okay, so maybe. Let's see, because we're only like 2,000 away, 200,000. Okay, I just don't know how suddenly this has become so hard. Like, I didn't think that I did so many mistakes. Yeah, it's just quite strange. Okay, as you can see now, there's been... Like, this should be much more full as it comes down to turning, because it can switch in like multiple places. And whatever. Yeah, so Perugia can switch in tourney. So again, that's the same thing. Yeah, see, there's more traveling. Okay, so this is now possible. Now, the only problem will be with the train. We've got no money for the train. As well as that, we should expand this section a bit. At least this much. And I think same over here, no? Yeah. Oh. This is 350, yeah. So let's just reduce it down to here. What's going on? Okay, there you go. So that's much better. This then comes here. Okay, so let's just see now if we can connect these two. I only will have one train going up and down. I think that's the best thing to do. Yep, that's all good. We don't care about the direction. Just give us... I just realized I have nothing here. Big bridge. Okay, so that should be fine. Let's just see if we can make it. It'll be quite interesting to see this. I definitely would want to fail it, but look, it is what it is. Yeah, so the problem is here is that this guy will only deliver olive oil or olives between, you know, back and forth, because both of them... Now, we do have a dairy here, so that was the only thing. I mean, the factories are okay. Like, they seem to be quite cheap. So, like, dairy is only 480. Like, this one is 380. So, they seem to be pretty cheap, pretty affordable. Now, we are making... Look at this. Sometimes the production goes higher, like to 40 or whatever. So yeah, it's interesting. I think Latina has... No, it hasn't grown. Okay. I did think it had grown, but doesn't seem to be the case. I've also have 10 trains going back and forth. I probably should add more. Because let's look at this warehouse. Okay, so this warehouse has really olives for Tarni, but it shouldn't anymore once the other guy kicks in. See, he's now delivering stuff. They're all being serviced. I think what I'm gonna do is to add the dispatch hall so they get things done quicker. I'm progressing towards, you know, the kind of better things. I don't know how much and how far can we go with this, but we'll do our best. Or not. Because yeah, this hasn't moved like at all. So it's a bummer. But I mean, okay, so now it's delivering grapes for Perugia. Okay. So it should be okay. It's just a matter of let me just look. Okay, so see, these guys are constantly full. It'll be good to know how full they are coming back. Like I haven't seen them delivering wine. And this is because wine is 35. Okay. So yeah, but olives should get things started for us, I think. And I mean, sausage could be potentially possible, yeah. Yeah, let's do this, right? Because we can just go like this. Yeah, I know, but that's okay. Yeah, so this should be okay. Let's just see what's gonna happen. That'll be quite interesting. Most valuable, well, we're the only ones, so why wouldn't we? Wine to Rome. For the Mass. At St. Peter's. Actually, I don't know if you guys do, but St. Peter's is the tallest building in Rome. You can go on top of it and yeah, like it's interesting. You can see the entire, well, maybe not the entire, but like you can see the Rome and like it's really, really cool. But now I have a vertigo, so I'm or fear of heights. So, but I decided I'll kind of do my best, and I went on top of it, and yeah, it was pretty interesting. Like it was pretty, like you kind of walk through stairs and different things and whatever, and you can see actually, because you're literally inside the dome. Like I don't know how to describe it, but basically you're on top of it, and between there's two walls, right? The outer wall and the inner wall, and you're in between those two walls and walk to the top of the basilica, basically. And once you climb it, you can kind of walk around and see the entire Rome from every side. So it's pretty interesting. But what's happened is that there were... so once I got to the top, there was a person that seemed to have fainted. And there were like the medical personnel or whatever, or paramedics, they were rushing to help them, obviously, right? And they had to, it was, well, I suppose I don't want to say funny, but it was interesting to see that they had to, you know, there was no other way for them to get there apart from just running the same way as anyone else got there. And like the steps were steep and kind of slanted, I would say. So it was interesting that they had to do that as well. That there was no like an emergency or whatever. But look, I mean, you know, it's been hundreds of years since it was built, so I suppose they wouldn't have planned for emergencies and things. Okay, so this is happening. Let's just take a quick look at the warehouse. Okay, yeah, so it's gonna take a while. Okay, so this guy should be taking that with him. But before that happens, he is being serviced. Yeah, so I can confidently say that this is not gonna happen. I mean, the only thing potentially we could do is library. Not even. We can go for immigration officers. Right, I probably should have. Okay. I wonder if that's gonna help. Yeah. I mean, that's as much as we can do, right? There's literally nothing else. The only other thing, I suppose, would be to add maybe a couple of more trains. This guy doesn't have to go that often because there isn't even... Well, no, there is, but there is not a demand, it seems. Because everything that had to go is gone. Okay, so we're making money now, but that's no good. What can we do down here? Not a whole pile. Unless... unless I will. What about citrus? Yeah, we said that before. That's forever. Okay, so let me just connect this maybe. Look, time's not our friend. It seems. I'm gonna upgrade this to 2. About time. And where is that other guy there? Yeah, it's here. Have to demolish it. This should assign. Yes, it has. Okay, and let me just grab this. Let's not forget one of these guys. Maybe even 2. And then this thing here, come on. Okay, so this guy will be going from Ancona to Esposito to San Benedetto and back and forth. We could potentially add 2. Yeah, we could potentially add 2. Perform any... Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay, so they're not needing it. Okay, but that's okay because what we're gonna do is in the warehouse, we're gonna add all the different things that can be got from other places along the way. And vegetables, I think. Yeah. So then once they deliver things, we should be good. Yeah. And then I suppose we could add this thing here. Cloth. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. It's not that it'll probably be needed anytime soon, but just in case. Okay, so this guy is going back and forth. Terni has grown to 60,000. Let's see what will happen. Yeah, this hasn't budged. This is exactly at the same level. So why isn't this working? Like, nothing. It'll still depend on the supply, doesn't it? Yeah, I think. It looks like it anyway. Sausages haven't made it yet, it seems. So maybe it would be a good idea to upgrade the line. In case he's just waiting somewhere. What's going on here? Okay, well that was weird. Okay, so that should be good. If we now do it from here. Okay, so that works. Nice. Let's just see how she goes anyway, right? We've 3 days, but yeah. Okay, well, guys, it is what it is. So the task is only completed at 39%. Bella Roma, that didn't work. I probably don't want to repeat this for sure. Maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know. I'm recording this quite late, so maybe, maybe that has something to do with that. But look, you'll see, I suppose, in the next episode what's going to happen and what's going to be. I don't like giving up, but sometimes it's okay to let go. So that's it. I'm gonna speed up time and we can hop on one of the trains and just let things happen naturally.
What the hell are you doing? You missed the deadline, idiota! That happens when I don't do everything myself.
There you go, we're being called idiota. So what can we do? Yeah, I feel like one. I may try to redo it at some point, but for the moment let's just leave it here. We failed it. Not so bella in the end. Okay guys, so just quick update on this. So I did actually replay the scenario. Now as you can see, I didn't make the same mistakes. Well, I don't know, but we're about to lose anyway. But let me just walk you through, and we're losing for a different reason. Let's put it this way. We're losing because I think I haven't done it fast enough, okay? So first of all, look at this, okay? So this is the topography. And I mean, it's mostly flat, and that's why... So this one is definitely the hardest to get into, and this one also. So I actually went into Tuscany. This region here, as you can see, it's pretty okay. It's pretty easy to navigate. The only problem is that I think, I don't know if it's the character I'm using or what it is, but because the tracks are so far apart, that's what makes it very difficult. But basically what I did, first of all, let me just show you, okay? So I went with Madame CJ Ward, which is basically the queen of manufacturing. As you can see, the factories are cheap, everything else. The only thing is that's expensive is the cost of personnel, which you kind of, get over. I mean, maybe it is expensive, but with the different research points, okay, you can reduce it a bit. But anyway, so what I did is that I actually went heavily into manufacturing. So I'm producing the wine, the whatever. I actually purchased these as well because they were very easy to buy, very cheap. So like, I think they were for sale for like 50,000, 60,000. So I bought a few of those as well. Not too crazy, but few. And I thought that, look, that will make money. And look, it is, but at the same time, it isn't. So I am about to fail this as well because of, the fact that we're just not growing the population fast enough. And I haven't went into this place here, Arezzo, and because of it, we're only relying on these two. So, yeah, I don't know really what to do, to be quite honest. I'm not sure what else could I've done differently. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be... But I mean, at the same time, you have to come here. Yeah, but maybe too much money was invested here. I think that in itself costed a few million, honestly. So probably I just should have, I probably should have just connected over here. So if anything, beware. It's something that just doesn't work. I also have the immigration office here. And I also think, let me just see. There is a point here. Yeah, so see, I also have invested in this as soon as we could. So I mean, yeah, I really don't know what else to do in that situation, right? Like immigration office here is impossible because you need to have 30,000 people. nothing else is possible. You know, there's no like the boost or whatever from other scenarios, so I really don't know. I really don't know what else to do. And what I did to tell you, I started off just the automatic routes, so I did not go into the express at all. So I literally replayed it from the very beginning. I did not reload the save game, whatever. I replayed it from the very beginning, and I started off with the same way, right? So I connected those three, having them automated, so it'll, you know, transport people, whatever. And it kind of worked to a certain point, but then once we came this way, and look again, topography. So yeah, so this was the only reason I've connected this was just to make sure that this place is growing. That was the idea behind it. But and then there was a warehouse here, so they're collecting, you know, whatever else out of these places into the warehouse and uploading them or bringing them up here. Now there's another warehouse here. To gather these things, right? And then it's being distributed between those two towns. So I really don't know what else.
What the hell are you doing? You missed the deadline, idiota! That happens when I don't do everything myself.
And then again, right? So we're just like slight off the target, but look, it is what it is. I'm not gonna do it again because this is my second time. Although it bothers me that I'm failing, I will not replay this again, and I just want to move on. Two is enough, although as they say, third time's the charm, but yeah, not this time. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, you take care and stay hooked.